Just take a look at the photos. I went from this guy to this guy. Lost over 30 pounds in a year. There's no way I could have done this without a community of coaches and members supporting me along the way. Now, if that excites you as much as it does me, stay tuned for the San Jose Business Spotlight interview with Head Coach Skie from Orangetheory Willow Glen. Hey everyone, Michael Jin here, your Bay Area partner for all things real estate. As always, make sure to like this video and subscribe to all the content that I put out. And make sure to watch until the very end of this video, where I'm going to be announcing a fun New Year's fitness giveaway that I'll be doing. Now let's head over to Willow Glen.
Dude, Coach Skie, so thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me and talk with us today.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Awesome,
I'm excited.
man.
I'm excited.
You know, I was reflecting on this because I think you and I have known each other for like over a year and a half now.
We met in the outdoors, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say we met outdoors, and I remember my first impression with you. I was like, you came up to me, and you were like super welcoming, super engaging, super energetic, and I was like, man, this is a coach that like, I would want to be teaching my classes, and then I think it got even better. Because as we're doing the exercises, you like took the time to come around to each individual person, and you're like helping them with their technique and their form just to make sure they don't get injured. And I was like, man, I'm gonna keep coming back and taking this guy's classes. And a year and a half later, lo and behold, here we still are.
Yes, indoors now.
Indoors now, yeah, so that's great.
Still doing the same thing though,
yeah.
We're still correcting, we're still educating people, getting them stronger or a little bit more familiar with what they could do. And that's part of the job, As coaches, we call us coaches, not trainers, because you could be a trainer and you can know the science, you can know the knowledge about how fitness works and how your lifestyle should be integrated with fitness, but that's a trainer stuff.
Okay.
A coach will help you meet you where you're at and get you to what you need to do to get you where you need to be.
That's an important distinction, actually.
And that's why in Orangetheory, it's very selective, but also very specific in terms of what do we need? Do we need trainers here? No, we don't. We don't need. We need certified coaches for sure. We need everybody to be knowledgeable, but we need people who are effective with the members.
I gotcha. So let's talk a little bit about you first then. Like, how did you get into this journey of fitness and wanting to be a coach?
Okay. At first, I didn't want to coach. I did not. There was when I was 19, I graduated. 18, I graduated college. I took a gap year.
Okay.
During that gap year, I was in Canada snowboarding.
Okay.
And I brought my family, my sisters with me.
Okay.
I'm from the Philippines, so every winter, we try to go see some snow. My family, my sisters, they never really snowboarded or skied before.
Okay.
And I went to high school in Germany, and I've developed that skill of snowboarding, and I wanted to get my sisters to do it because it's such a fun family thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I taught them how to snowboard in less than a couple of hours.
Wow, that's amazing.
We went to Bunny Hill, not normal, it's pretty standard, but then I took them all the way to the very top, and then we learned from there.
Wow.
So from the top of the mountain we went down, and then my mom was observing me while I was teaching my sisters.
Okay.
And then one day we went back from Canada to New York because we have family in both places. I was watching the news. I didn't have a job. I was in my gap year, so I was trying to think about what job do I really want.
Yeah.
I asked my mom. I didn't even say, like, there was a news about firefighters and police officers out in the scene. I forgot what it was, but I asked my mom, like, what would you feel, or how would you feel if I became a firefighter? And like the full support. I would love that. Like, you should totally.
That's amazing.
I could totally see you become a firefighter. So during that time, when I was in transition from the Philippines to the US, I decided I want to work towards being a firefighter.
Okay.
And looked at the prerequisites. You need fire academy, you need EMT school, maybe paramedic, but you needed to be selected for it. So you needed to be physically fit.
It's pretty rigorous as a process. Okay.
And I came from a soccer background or a football background, so I was pretty athletic back then, but strength wasn't necessarily a strong suit of mine.
Okay.
I didn't pick up weights. I was a soccer player.
Right.
I was like running around.
Lower body,
more technique. My style was more technique, space, and get rid of the ball quickly and deliver the ball to my team.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But then during that gap year, I got exposed to CrossFit as well.
Okay.
So that was my first ever resistance training style of training was with barbells and maybe some pull-up bars and the rings in CrossFit, because it's pretty good entry level, I would say. CrossFit is very advanced, but CrossFit can also be very inclusive in a way that if you're brand new to fitness, we can teach you. And I was a quick learner. So I got my toes wet with CrossFit. But then when I moved to California, I had like a couple of months to get my feet settled in, or get myself settled in, and I needed a job. You know, I needed a job that would pay for Fire Academy at some point, or I needed a job that would send me through school so that I would get my associate's degree in fire science. So I was looking for sales jobs because my gap year, I was a real estate agent in the Philippines.
Oh, you're a real estate agent? I didn't know that. That's awesome.
So that was my background was sales, you know, communication and people communication, and I really enjoyed that aspect of my gap year. You know, I didn't want to. Yes, I did work in a corporate job, but I didn't want to work in a corporate setting. So I chose real estate because we did have connections with my family. And then I ended up liking it so much because it's very conversational based. You know, they make negotiations. You smooth talk somebody, whatever.
Interacting with people. Instead of being in front of a computer all day long.
So I was out in LA, in Long Beach. That's where I was based at. I was like looking for jobs. I was like server, and it's kind of like very entry level as well. Because I needed to start from scratch. And then I saw a sales job for Orangetheory. I didn't know what it was. Kind of like a mistake of mine not to do some research, because ideally, when you interview, you want to do some research about the company. I didn't do that. I went there though because I did remember that my cousin mentioned that, hey Scott, you gotta try Orangetheory. It's so cool. They wear heart rate monitors, but now like they changed a lot. You know, for a good cause and stuff. They changed a lot of their technology. And that's all I heard. Like you want to train in the orange zone. There's a coach that's like very lively, and like you don't have to think. You just come in, you just go. And it was a sales job for that. So I wasn't thinking about coaching at all, but that's how my cousin described it. So when I went for my interview, and Hope, my manager during that time, I was her first one of the week. I came in on Monday morning, and then she had interviews set up Monday through Friday. But that interview, it went really well. Like really,
I mean, it must have.
Like really well to a point. Like in my past jobs before, I got hired on the spot. So I was kind of thinking, like, why didn't I get hired on the spot? You know, like, whoa, did I not get the job then? Because it's Monday, you know. And then part of the interview process was to take a class, and I took the class on the same day. After my interview, a couple hours later, I took the class, and I was following up every day. You know, Tuesday, called back. Hey, just wanted to talk to Hope. Is there anything else that I need? Wednesday comes. Hi, it's me again. Blah, 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 blah. Thursday comes. I'm just checking in, following up on like if you guys have chosen a candidate just yet. And I didn't know I thought I was being persistent. You know, I thought in my perspective, I thought I was being persistent. I thought I was also low-key being I thought I was low-key being annoying. But it made me look good because part of the sales job is to follow up with people.
Follow up is key,
Exactly. During my year of being a sales associate at the front, like, you know, getting people through the door, making sure that they understand the value of their own goals. Because when members or first-time guests come into Orangetheory, they're checking out the place. That's a fact. But some people are literally just checking out the place, but majority of the people come in are looking for something that will get them to their goal. Whether it's like, you know, physiological changes or just mental changes. And this is a good place.
And it was really funny you sharing your story about how you first got into Orange, that you didn't know anything about it, right? All you knew was, you know, the sensor and the orange heart rate zone. And I think it was the same thing for me. I think I was at work, and then like our team wanted to do Orangetheory, and I'm like, what is it all about? They're like, well, just come and do it. And you just want to be, you know, 12 minutes in the orange zone, and that's it. I was like, I know nothing about Orangetheory. So for people that have never heard of Orangetheory, who have never been here, how would you quickly describe, you know, like what is Orangetheory all about to them?
The simplest way to kind of just put it on together is that it's a 1 hour full body workout. But inside the room, you train with the wearables that we have in 5 different heart rate zones. So that's how we base the efforts. we, the coaches, we're all certified, nationally accredited for certified personal trainers.
Okay.
So you're doing personal training in a group setting.
Okay.
The coaches here are gonna make sure that the exercises are safe, but the template is already designed to make sure it is safe, but it's just an extra safety thing.
Gotcha.
Number two, we wanna make sure that it's effective. That's why the coaches are here in person and very close contact with you, just so that you can actually learn the movement, but maybe if you've already learned it, do it better. If you're already doing it better, maybe maximize and do it optimally, right? And then the wearables is a tool. It's a tool for you to track your progress in real time, or not necessarily progress, track your efforts in real time, because what happens externally is very different from what happens internally.
Okay.
So the wearable kind of fixes that.
Gotcha.
So we have the screens inside, so you can see your efforts and your actual metrics, your heart rate, your steps, your distance, your mileage, and your efforts on the rowers as well.
Yeah.
So you're doing a personal training session in a group setting, but think about the setting to be very, very inclusive. You have all sorts of fitness levels here. We have brand new people that have never worked out before.
Right.
Some working out their whole life. Some competitive Olympic athletes, actually.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, ex-pro athletes come.
That's crazy.
And we have the in-between weekend warriors, the ones that need fitness in their life so that they can function optimally.
Right.
There's the ones that people don't necessarily want to focus on their fitness, but this is a place where they have the mental peace. Because this is exercise, and exercise does promote peace, or promote good mental stability and health. So that we have that group as well. The coaches that you meet here, they're very unique, very special, and that's what separates us from other coaches, is that we have the personality that will jive as much as we can for most of our clientele.
And all the coaches have like different music tastes too.
Exactly.
So they're in class, you're playing music, and you get a broad range of like
That's
musical
right.
interests. So you really get a chance to kind of know the coach, their personality through their workout. Right?
And that's the fun part about the environment.
Yeah.
We talked about the environment being inclusive, but the environment is positive. Yeah, there's competition when you want it to be.
Yeah.
But if you don't want competition, it's also not competitive.
Yeah.
But it can be.
It can be.
You know.
Yeah. You know, sometimes I find myself, like I'm on the treadmill.
Yeah.
I find myself, like sneaking a peek at the guy next to me, see
Right.
how fast they're running, and
And-
sometimes it makes you want to run faster.
Exactly.
Other times you're just like, no, I don't want to, compete with him, so I'm just going to go at my own pace.
Right. And the best way I like to do that with, or use that as an example, is that if you have a partner that isn't necessarily about the fitness life,
Right.
this is also one of those things that they can do together.
Oh, awesome.
We're all about, we said inclusivity, right? But more about the community aspect of working out. Because working out alone is tough. It's doable. There's so many people that work out alone, very effective. I personally prefer to work out alone, but there are some days that I want to be in this environment because it's very much more about the experience.
Yeah.
Am I having fun working out, or am I working out by myself because I have goals?
Yeah.
There's a time and a place.
For each one of those.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hear
So this is a great place to have a little bit of everything. It's like a multivitamin, like I said before.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Couple more questions for you. I know, New Year's is coming up, and typically in the new year, people have resolutions and goals, and typically a lot of times on the top of the list is wanting to get fit, wanting to get in better shape or lose some weight. So, what kind of advice or tips would you have for people out there who have that as a New Year's resolution?
Okay. This is a big question because every trainer, every coach has their style or has their beliefs in what they know and what experience they have.
Yeah.
But I've thought about this like a long time ago as well. Like, what is something that I can give to a person that has been working out or has not been working out? Mm-hmm. And I guess the best way to give them that advice is to be really open to change.
Okay.
I could say, set up a plan.
Yeah.
But I could also say, get a good coach.
Yeah.
But be open to change means it's a very versatile thing where if you learn how to accept change, you can start the process either sooner rather than later.
Okay. Yeah.
If you learn to accept change, then you know how to sacrifice and work towards your goal. Because if your goal per se is weight loss, specifically just weight loss, You gotta eat, train, and sleep a certain way
Right.
to get there. And a lot of that will rely on how much can you change.
Right. Yeah.
You know, you got a job, you got a family,
Yeah.
you got habits.
Yeah.
How much are you willing to change? How open are you to changing any of these routines that you are so accustomed to?
And I really like that because in a couple ways. Like one, it kind of aligns almost with the Orangetheory mentality
Oh,
too,
yeah.
right? Because depending on how much change you're open to, that's how much transformation potentially that you can have, right?
That's true.
And with like an Orangetheory like with the Orangetheory workout, that's kind of the same. It's like you come in for a workout, depending on how you're feeling that day, you can kind of cater that specific workout to yourself.
Progress in your fitness journey, especially in the new year, it could be linear for that time frame that you're tracking. But at some point you hit a plateau, or maybe you take a couple steps back actually, because sometimes you digress. Progress, sometimes it brings you back, and then all of a sudden you start progressing again. So
don't be discouraged if you
don't be discouraged.
if you feel like you're taking a step back, because in the long grand scheme of things, you're really not. You're still progressing forward.
Let's say worst case scenario where you got your routine, Orangetheory or not Orangetheory, you got your routine, you got a great training program, you got a great nutrition program, and you're sleeping good.
Yeah.
Next thing we know, shutdown happens. Now you have to change your routine.
Yeah.
Now you have to change the way you're living your everyday life.
Yeah.
But then your progress may halt. Your progress may get better, but your progress may come back. So being ready for that change and having the ability to accept change is so valuable in everybody's fitness journey. So a fitness resolution or a New Year's resolution would probably be very open to whatever change that you're about to make. Because change can be good. If change is bad, just be open to know how to turn it into the good.
That's awesome. So for those that want to, check out Orangetheory in the new year, because they want to change their habits, change their fitness patterns. Like, what are some programs or upcoming events that Orangetheory is offering in the new year that will help them with that?
Yeah. So the very first event that we'll probably have in the new year is our Transformation Challenge. Okay. It's our take with our members, giving them the opportunity to set a specific goal, and within the 8 weeks, within the 8 weeks that we are going to keep them there, or 8 to 12 weeks, they will try to work towards that goal.
Okay.
And we don't set those goals for them. We help you set the goals up.
Yeah.
But it's up to you what that goal will be. It could be weight loss, it could be strength gain, it could be body fat reduction, but maintaining strength. It's up to the member. Like I said, we have a lot of members, right? We have members that are brand new. We have members that are complete, like they're been working out for forever, and then we have members that they don't even do this because of the physical side. It's more about the mental and the community.
Right.
So whether it is to come in frequently, whether it is to reduce your weight, or whether it is to just feel more energy or be happier outside of Orangetheory, you can set those goals during the Transformation Challenge.
Awesome.
So that starts either at the end of January or at the beginning of February. Just the dates are tentative.
Around that time. Okay, awesome. Very cool. Well, thank you again so much for taking the time to chat. I really enjoyed this conversation. I feel I learned so much more about you that I never knew before.
Oh, good. So awesome. I know. Within that hour, we only get so much time to talk to each other. So.
Exactly.
And then the next class will start.
Yeah. And I know you're really active on social media because I follow you all the time, and you do your own kind of personal coaching also. So if people want to get connected with you, what's the best way to do that?
Yeah. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, you can DM me there. My Instagram is @SkieDoug. So it's SkieDoug. That's my handle, if you would. But on the bio, there's a website there, therealcrosstraining.com. You could just hop on the website. It'll take you to a link so that you can talk to me personally. We could go on Zoom, talk about your goals, discuss them, and see if we're a good fit to each other. And if you are looking for personal training, I offer it to everybody. I am very selective on who I choose because there's people who are ready for change. There's people who are highly motivated but are not ready to change.
Gotcha, yeah.
So it's always good to talk to your coach prior to signing up with them, so that you and the coach can discuss whatever plan that you need to go.
Make sure you guys are aligned towards the same.
Exactly, same beliefs too. Yeah, same beliefs.
Exactly.
Like if you don't like your coach, then don't hire him.
Throw your money away there.
If you have a lot of contradiction with your coach and you feel like they're still a good fit, then dig deeper. Ask them the questions. that you need. Of course, do your research on who your coaches are going to be, because you want them to be certified, you want them to know and have the experience so that they can actually deliver.
Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that interview with Head Coach Skie. Now in the new year, I'm going to be announcing a raffle on my Instagram account at Michael Jin Realtor, where you can enter for a chance to win a free class pack to Orangetheory Fitness. So make sure you follow me there so you don't miss out, and I hope to see you in class soon. Take care.